If you're a parent or a teacher, ask yourself this. What are the qualities you most want your children to possess as they grow into adults? Is it math skills, scientific knowledge, athletic ability? Or is it confidence, kindness, a sense of purpose, the wisdom to build healthy, lasting relationships? Hi, and welcome to Headspace for Educators. I'm Dr. Marc Brackett. I'm a psychologist and the director of the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence. Our center's goal is to use the power of emotions to create a healthier and more equitable, innovative, and compassionate society. Linking emotion to learning ensures that students find classroom instruction relevant and gives them tools for success throughout their whole lives. But many kids don't feel like they have the permission to express their feelings at school. And to be honest, a lot of schools don't give children the permission to feel. Today we'll be talking about why emotional intelligence is a fundamental skill that should be taught in every school. Each year I give dozens of talks and workshops to educators, executives, politicians, and my message is the same. If we can learn to identify, express, and harness our feelings, even the most challenging ones, we can use those emotions to create satisfying and positive lives. My research shows that educators and students are experiencing more anxiety and stress than we've ever seen before. Chronic disengagement, burnout, and absenteeism are at record highs. But there's hope. Teachers who integrate emotional intelligence skills into their classrooms report less burnout and greater job satisfaction. They experience more positive emotions while teaching, and they receive more support from their principals. Implementing these skills in the classroom allows them to become more organized, which gives them the ability to be more present and supportive to their students. There's an additional benefit for kids too. My research shows that when there's an emotionally intelligent teacher in the classroom, students disrupt less, focus more, and perform better academically. Sounds like the dream, right? You might be asking yourself, what exactly is emotional intelligence? There's no such thing as a bad or good emotion. All emotions are useful information. They're like news reports from inside our psyches. Emotional intelligence is a set of skills that helps us to use our emotions wisely. The first skill is recognizing emotion. This is when we notice a change in our own thoughts, energy, or body. This skill also includes recognizing emotion in someone else's facial expressions, body language, or vocal tones. It's the first clue that something important is happening. The second skill is understanding emotion, which means knowing the causes of our emotions and how they influence our thoughts and our decisions. This is the skill that helps us make better predictions about our own and others' behavior. The third skill is labeling emotion, making the connection between an emotional experience and the precise terms to describe it. People with a more mature feelings vocabulary can differentiate between related emotions like pleased and happy, elated and ecstatic. Labeling emotions accurately increases self-awareness and helps to reduce miscommunication. The first three skills are all about identifying our own and others' emotions. As an educator, it's important to know what our kids are really feeling as opposed to attributing emotions to them. Be a curious scientist with kids. Ask open-ended questions to find out how they're really feeling. Be mindful that we often misperceive students' feelings based on our own interpretations of their behavior. Once we identify our emotions, we need to figure out what to do with them. The next skill is expressing emotion, which means knowing how and when to display our emotions. This depends on the setting, the people we're with, and the larger context of whatever situation we're in. People who are skilled in this area understand that the unspoken rules for emotional expression direct the best way to express any given feeling in any moment. This allows them to be able to modify their behavior accordingly. The fifth skill is regulating emotion, which involves monitoring, tempering, and modifying emotional reactions in helpful ways that allow us to reach personal and learning goals in our work and everyday lives. This doesn't mean ignoring inconvenient emotions. Rather, it's learning to accept and deal with them all. People with this skill employ effective strategies to manage their own emotions and help other people to manage theirs. When I was first getting started teaching these skills in schools, I made a big mistake. I was only trying to teach them to students. What I've learned over the years is that we all have to believe that emotions matter, from parents to teachers and principals all the way up to district leadership. Children need the adults in their lives to be those role models, so that they can then learn how to apply these skills in their own lives. Ultimately, the goal is to infuse the principles of emotional intelligence into the fabric of all schools. But it starts with giving ourselves and our kids the permission to feel. I'm Dr. Marc Brackett. Thank you very much for watching.